While I fought the war, I lost my home. My name is John. I'm an American citizen. Money was never a problem for me, but my heart always beat for the uniform for patriotism. I joined the U.S. Army not out of necessity, but out of passion. I believed more in duty than in guns. In 2002, I was deployed to Afghanistan, assigned to support NATO forces. For the next 11 years, I served on some of the harshest battlefields in the region. I lost comrades to explosions, stared death in the eyes countless times, and lived every day in its shadow. But my spirit never wavered. I fought for my country, for my honor, and most of all, for my wife, Emma. Emma, my entire world. The woman I loved with everything I had. At the end of every letter I wrote her, I always said, "One day I'll return just for you." But what I didn't know was this. While I was laying down my life for my country, my own home was falling apart. Just 45 days after my deployment to Afghanistan, Emma began an affair with another man, Brian. It started in secret, but slowly it went deeper. One night, Brian invited her to a party. Music, alcohol, and the darkness of temptation surrounded them. That night, they crossed the line, and Emma became pregnant. She told no one, not even me. She just wanted everything to appear normal. Until I returned. And time went on. The return. After 11 long years, I finally set foot back on American soil, carrying hope, pride, and peace in my heart. I didn't care about medals. All I wanted was my home, my wife, and the life I had dreamed of. But the moment I returned home, my world shattered. There was no welcome at the door. Emma's face was different, her eyes distant. And then came the truth. The child I believed to be mine wasn't mine at all. My body bore thousands of scars from war, but this wound struck straight through my heart. The decision. I could have beaten Brian to a pulp. I could have walked away from Emma and disappeared from the world. But war had taught me something else. You don't win with rage, you win with strategy. I hired a private investigator. I gathered every piece of evidence, messages and chats, party photos, DNA test results, Brian's confession, Emma's medical records, and then I took them all to court. The court battle. I had truth on my side, pain, sacrifice, and a story of betrayal. Emma had nothing but regret, and Brian, the court ruled in my favor. Divorce granted. Emma's share in the property was reduced. The child was confirmed not to be mine. Brian was legally bound to pay child support. I was awarded financial compensation for emotional damage. A new mission. Warriors without homes. I turned my pain into a purpose. There are many soldiers like me, men who fight wars and win them, only to come home and lose their families. For them, I founded an organization, Warriors Without Homes. We offer legal, emotional, and mental health support for returning veterans. I may have lost one battle, but I was ready to win a new war for those like me. Emma's letter. Months later, I received a letter from Emma. I lost everything when I lost you. You were the man who risked his life for me, and I was the woman who hid behind his back. I read her letter, closed my eyes, and said only one thing to myself. The woman who couldn't wait for me has no place in my future. Final scene. One evening under a golden sunset, I stood on stage at a program hosted by my organization. In front of me sat dozens of veterans men with stories just like mine. I said, "We fought enemies on the battlefield. Now it's time to fight the betrayal, the system and the loneliness that tries to break us from within. But remember one thing, we are warriors, and warriors don't quit." Final line. My war is over, but my mission is still alive.